Are you actually worried about me?
If something happens to you, we won't be able to see Grandma together at the end of the month, see? She doesn't really care about him. She only cares about Grandma.
Come on, I know how important it is to you. Even if I was in a wheelchair, you'd push me there.
I feel like everyone sucks up to the MC, though. Say something good for once. Don't jinx yourself. I feel like everyone sucks up.
Alright, it's been peaceful. The field within the tunnel is as stable as it can be. Very few wanderers. Don't worry.
Really? Every time you tell me not to worry, I think this is unrealistic. This is giving me the vibes of guy who completely crushes on you, and you just see him as like just a random guy. No, they shouldn't suck up that fast. It needs to be earned. But then again, they're childhood friends, so I kind of get it, maybe. No, it's unrealistic. You mean to tell me this guy might have been crushing on the MC for a literal, like, what, 12 years? Unrealistic. Within that time span, he would have crushed on at least probably like 4 freaking girls. He's not gonna wait for your ass just because you don't notice him. It's unrealistic, guys. Literally unrealistic. What if he's shy? He could be shy, but that's not gonna change anything. If he's shy and he's not gonna change, what makes you think after 12 years she's gonna notice him? His death? I don't think so! I don't get it. What do you mean? He's playing the long game? Okay, but at that point, if you're playing the long game, you might as well just destroy everyone in the world until you're like Adam and Eve. Oh no, they're there. If you're still pining, they're there. I wouldn't know though. Maybe I'm clueless. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a deep question. You don't have to answer. Are you pining after someone after I don't know. Let's give it some time. How about there you go. Here, how about this one? Yeah. No. Is there someone you're actually pining after? You don't have to. You don't have to answer. I know. I wanna know though. In a happy relationship, so no. See, you're good. That makes sense. I never pined after anyone. It's been 7 years. They're there. But this one's 12 years. Not in a moment. I understand pining if it's after a certain like amount of time. And I also feel like I think that there's a threshold of it. Because there's probably like that idea of the one who got away. Or the one that just didn't work out. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong personality type. Like maybe you haven't evolved into a compatible personality. Like I understand that. Based on media and whatnot. More than 20 years ago, I see. 7 years. You moved on, that makes sense. It's an oof for sure. Yeah, but that's kind of how growing up works too, though. Because, like, I don't know, just an example. You know, like high school sweethearts? It's great if it works out. It's great. I assume that they were both in stable personalities. But I remember my high school teacher, the drama teacher. He was like, nuh-uh! And he was like snapping his fingers. And then he kind of just said like, it's just, everyone's probably gonna change and they grow up so differently. You can be stable in high school, but then like what happens when you go through a lot of troubles and hardships? For example, let's say you lost your job. You're not gonna stay like innocently, I guess, oblivious to hardship. You could lose a job, you could lose a parent, you could lose something. That's gonna change you. And the other person, they can either change with you and adapt to you, or they might not do that. They could just stay as themselves. And that's the hard part. You don't know if you're gonna stay compatible. And I guess that's why also divorce happens, if you really think about it. So yeah. Yeah. It sucks. Because, see, I grew up with the idea that, like, divorce is, like, a big no-no and all that stuff. And, like, it's nice to have a happily ever after. And I feel like Hollywood makes us crave that, too. Like, it's a natural feeling to want to fall in love and hope that it works out and everything's all dandy. You're gonna go through obstacles together. But Hollywood doesn't show you what happens after the movie ends. And there's this one movie that one of my friends likes. They always cry about it. So I should never watch it because it would make me cry probably. I think it's called La La Land. And it's two people who are very ambitious towards something. And they support each other and they encourage each other. But in the scope of their dreams, they would probably like... They can't stay together because it would sacrifice their dream. So there's a sort of morality obstacle. Like, how much would you go for someone? Would you sacrifice this? Would you be happy in the end even if you sacrifice something? I feel like Hollywood doesn't really teach that. Like, Disney clearly doesn't. Disney shows you, like, kissing and making out with a frog. Doesn't show what happens after the frog becomes human and now you have to pay for their bills. So, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So, to those pining after someone, I hope that things work out for you, and I hope you find something. If you're not pining after someone, congrats to you. So yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. La La Land is probably super depressing. I don't think I can handle that. Into the Woods is so good, but it's also really sad. I watched like a play of it. I cried during it. I tried not to cry. It was in public. It was really hard. So yeah.
Everything else is top secret. My lips are sealed.
Yeah, yeah.